Welcome to my guide on Binance passive income. What I will do in this video is go through Binance here. I will go through them in a way so that if you're new to crypto, you will still understand exactly what they do, where the money is coming from, and all of the risks involved. So I understand it's a bit of a mess. You are holding crypto and you want to put it on Binance, or you are looking at buying crypto, and you can of course do that on Binance. But while you're holding your crypto or stable coins, then of course you can earn passive rewards on that. Up here you find the Binance Earn tab, and this is where you can do all of the earn features on Binance and all of the ways that you can earn passive income. But some of these options will suit you better, so that's why we're going through all of them. Of course, here we have their Binance Earn, which is their one-stop investment solutions. And basically, you can do a bunch of different things here, but mostly it's about staking. Staking is where you put your money in, kind of like earning interest in a bank or similar for holding your money there. And looking here, we can see that they have a bunch of different tokens that you can stake. You have BNB, 2.59% per year. BNB Vault, only 0.35% per year. You can see it's the same token, but it's two different rates. That's because there are more variables than just the token. There's also other things that play into how much APR you will actually be making. So what you need to know here, that in this Binance Earn tab here, when you click it, you actually have access to all the other features, or well, most of them. So you need to make sure that you don't go in here and expect everything to be connected only to this category. This will actually connect you to other categories as well, which I think is making it way more complicated than it has to be. It's making it difficult for new people in crypto to know exactly what to do. So if we just click the Binance Earn tab, it will take us to the protected investments right here. If we scroll down, we can see my available assets, and that means that you can invest in tokens that you hold, or you can select popular coins in order to see all of the available coins. You will see an estimated APR. It can change a little bit, but it should be pretty close to this APR right here. You can see the duration, which will be the amount of days that they all locked up for. And usually if you lock them for a longer duration, it will be more, but in this case, here for example, it is not. So it's not always that simple. Sometimes you can get a higher yield for a smaller duration, and that's just the way it is. There is some math behind why. I am not sure exactly why, but it is the way it is. The durations here you can select, and flexible is that you can withdraw at any time. And if you see 21 days or flexible, there's a very big difference between locking your money up and being able to pull them out at any time. There is also one more thing you should know here. One thing that comes to mind for everyone when you stake is, where is the money coming from? If the money is coming from the users, the money needs to be coming from a legit source, or is most likely a Ponzi scheme. So if we look down here, we can see that they have stable coins that are cryptocurrencies pinned to the value of the dollar. So basically you can hold dollars by holding crypto like this, and you can see that they have different APRs. BUSD will give you 6%, USDT 5%, and so on. But they also have different tiers, because you cannot just be handing out money. As we said before, the money needs to be coming from a legit source, or it's most likely a Ponzi scheme. So for example, let's talk about Bitcoin. There are ways that you can stake Bitcoin here on Binance. We will talk about that a bit later, but the source for that money is not coming from Bitcoin, and it's not just a donation from Binance. It's actually an incentivized program from Binance, where the money is coming from trading fees from users on Binance. So the entire point from Binance perspective, in order to give you some percentage on your Bitcoin, is to make you hold your Bitcoin on their platform and use some of their other services that cost a fee. So for example, if you hold Bitcoin and you trade, now they don't have any trading fees on Bitcoin, which is really cool, but they have on other coins. So they expect that over the duration of a year, the 2% rewards that you will be getting on Bitcoin will be paid for by your own fees or by other people paying fees. It's usually very calculated, and the percentage selected is very specific, and in this case it's pretty low, so we know that it's sustainable over time. Looking at BUSD, we can see that it's 6%, which is a bit high. This usually means that there's something fishy going on, but If we look at this, it's flexible APR with tiers. It means that if you're holding 0 to 1000 BUSD, you will be getting 6%. If you're holding over 1000 BUSD, you will be getting 2.2%. USDT, 5.5%, and over 1000, it's 2.8%. So this is great. It makes it so that people that have less money will be actually making more money percentage-wise. It's also interesting because this is flexible. You can pull your money out at any time. Actually, personally, I am using the BUSD feature right here and I have my money sitting there. Now, I don't have a lot of money on Binance right now because of, you know, how shaky crypto is and all of that. I have a little bit here and then most of it I have on a regular insured bank. But of course, this is not financial advice. But I thought I'd let you know how I'm playing it personally, because sometimes that is interesting to people. So this is what you do here, you stake. Now we can also think like, if this is legit and it's giving only 2.2%, how can Axie Infinity, DOT, AVAX, Near and similar give higher rates? There are multiple reasons, but one of the reasons could be that it incentivizes people to go in here and buy that token on here. It can also be a program from AVAX, Near, DOT or similar in order to incentivize buying and holding their token. So if Axie Infinity is giving you 45%, maybe that's coming from a fee structure or a fee system on Axie Infinity, and so they pay out this reward to people that hold and stake and so on. There is also another way of staking that we will cover here soon, and it's basically where you have a cryptocurrency where staking is part of the consensus mechanism, which basically means that you provide security to the protocol and you are rewarded with staking rewards, but we will cover more of that later on with Ethereum 2.0. So for example, we wanted to stake our BUSD right now. All we do, we click subscribe. It takes us to the right menu right here and we can put it in. As you can see, I already have just 2000 BUSD sitting right here. And if we go over here, we just close this down and we get a new menu right here where we can search for different currencies and see all that are available. You see, we have Solana, Near, ADA, TRX, Matic, DOT, Ape, Sand, and many, many more. But please be aware, usually if you can get a higher rate, there are other risks involved. So for example, if you hold AVAX, the price of AVAX can go down faster than the percentage that you will be earning, but still 23% is quite a bit. If we go up here to wallet and click on that, it will take us to a more complicated menu, but this is basically your Earn tab next to your wallets. You can also navigate here from your wallet and there you can click on Earn. Here you can see, for example, I have my 2000 BUSD. You can see my total profit is $429. That is not from the 2000 USD amount. I think I had maybe 10k or something like that sitting here for a bit, getting me some rewards. I have later pulled those out, but it basically means that it's super easy to hold your dollars here or BUSD. My last day of profit was $0.22, not a lot, but it is something. As you can see here, my estimated APR, it says 6%, but it's actually 2.2% because I have over 1000 BUSD. So this is also the menu where you can redeem your currencies. And you go in here, you can select standard redemption or fast redemption. Fast redemption basically means that you get your money back instantly and you don't get the rewards from the rest of the day. The standard redemption here is that you wait until the perfect amount of time that you get your reward and then you take it out. So if you're not in a hurry, you should select the standard redemption and you will get a little bit more. Now with 2.2% APR, it's not a lot, so it doesn't really matter. But let's say you had $1 million in here or something like that, then it would matter. So then you could select standard redemption instead. So that is pretty straightforward. That is the most basic amount of staking and it's the one that I like the most here on Binance, and it is the one that I use that you can see here, for example, with $429 earned over some time. I think it's like over half a year or something like that. If we go back to the Earn tab here, we can click Simple Earn. And that takes us to the place that we were navigated to before, where we clicked on investing or staking BUSD and then clicked back out. So you see how all of this is like connected as a web. It looks like the Earn tab is filled with a bunch of complicated stuff, but all of it is kind of intertwined between each other. So it makes it look more complicated than it actually is. Then underneath that, we have the BNB Vault, and basically this is where you can hold BNB and deposit it, staking it, and getting rewards in other tokens or in BNB, depending on what's going on. It is pretty straightforward, and it's just an incentive to hold BNB and increase the value of BNB and secure the system that BNB runs on. It's pretty straightforward. You get some APR, 0.35%, or you get other tokens like Galaxy and so on that I have staked before, and we will get to that soon. It's basically their launch pool program where they launch new protocols, and you can stake your BNB in the BNB Vault or in the launch pool in order to get APR rewards in that new token. But basically the BNB Vault is run on the fact that it's Binance that are connected to BNB and the Binance Smart Chain, so you are incentivized to hold BNB, stake BNB, and secure the value of BNB long term by holding it and getting rewards. And all of this is of course being funded by Binance and all of their users. It is pretty straightforward. All you do is you just click stake, how much, and then you start getting your rewards. And of course there are no lockup times. It is flexible rewards, but if there is a lockup time, you will see it. I haven't seen it before on the BNB Vault, but of course you will know before locking it up if it's going to be locked up. So right now it's just flexible. Next up here is liquidity farming, and liquidity farming is a bit of a higher risk investment, but it can give you a lot higher yields. Liquidity farming basically means that you act as liquidity between two trading peers, basically making the trading experience smoother and getting rewards in the form of trading fees, which can be a lot higher depending on the volume and the percentage of the liquidity pool that you are holding. In basic terms, you provide tokens that people can trade with and you get rewards for providing that. The pools are balanced by the value of the token, so if one value goes up and the other goes down or something similar to that, the amount of tokens that you will be holding in the pool will be dynamically adjusted over time, and so the tokens that you get back out will be according to the total value that you put in and not the value of the tokens itself. So if you hold two different values that can go up and down in value, your total holding can go up and down in value as well, and the different amount of tokens that you have will be adjusted over time. So you can miss out on gains in, for example, if you hold like Bitcoin and BUSD and Bitcoin goes absolutely parabolic, it will balance out that with the stable coin, so that after some time you can actually miss out on value, but usually you get really high APRs, so it balances out over time. Personally, I gotta share with you that I have not really been that successful in liquidity farming. I've tried it for over 1 year now and it's not been that successful. Not even during the bull market. I had more success just holding tokens and selling them for a profit. Now this doesn't mean that it's not gonna be profitable for other people or people with a better strategy or just more luck, but I'm just letting it out there to not promote anything and not share my own personal opinion. Here you can, for example, provide liquidity for Aptos, BUSD, Hook BUSD, and similar. Liquidity farming is also very popular in DeFi, for example, on the Binance Smart Chain. So for example, on the Binance Smart Chain, you can add liquidity on PancakeSwap, a decentralized platform where you trade currencies on the Binance Smart Chain. You can add liquidity and get rewards there as well. Sometimes there is increased rewards like this here. You can see the breakdown of the total yield. Same here, fee, and BNB. Sometimes there is increased rewards, as I said before, as an incentive from the project. You can see that especially on PancakeSwap, sometimes you will find APRs up in the 300, 500%, and that is usually based on an incentive reward in order to get people to add liquidity and stabilize the price. On tokens that only have liquidity, the price will be very affected by the liquidity ratios, so the more liquidity you have, the more stable the price will be. So that is that. It is higher risk, but it is also higher reward. Checking out the next one here, that is Binance Pool. It is a completely different service where you mine with proof of work consensus mechanism, which is basically Bitcoin or earlier proof of work Ethereum, where you mine using hardware on the Binance Pool and you get your rewards there. There are other pools out there as well, I, for example, have actually mined on the Binance Pool. I was actually a big time miner with Ethereum, and I actually mined on the Binance Pool for quite a while because they had very low fees. It will take you to a completely different screen, and if you're not going to mine, then you don't really have to go in there as well. So we're just gonna head straight back instead. Looking at the next one, we can see here that it is the launch pool. So we will head over there and we can see that it's similar to the Binance Vault. And here you basically look up your tokens and you can get different rewards. Here you can see that there are no active launch pools at the moment, and scrolling down we can see other completed launch pools before. For example, Hashflow, they had a BUSD pool and a BNB pool, and so when Hashflow was launched, in order to get attention to Hashflow, you could stake your BUSD or your BNB in order to get Hashflow. Actually, I did stake my BUSD here in order to get some Hashflow really early, and this is just in case Hashflow goes absolutely parabolic after its launch, then I would hold some Hashflow. Not a lot, but you never know. And usually the launch pool is run as a flexible staking investment, so you can pull your money out at any time, and if you use BUSD, you won't really lose anything because BUSD won't go up and down in value. And if you use BNB, all you can really lose is if BNB goes up and down in value. Other than that, it is a very fail-proof way of getting some extra rewards. It is straightforward, safe, and you can take your money out at any time. I would say this is super low risk, but it's not always there because it's only there when they're about to launch a project that's usually supported by Binance Labs, which is Binance investing firm basically, and I guess it's a good strategy for them to promote the projects that they are investing in personally. Going over to the next one, we have DeFi staking, and here we can see the other staking options that we talked about before. We got Litecoin, XRP, BUSD, ETH, and Bitcoin, and some of these are funded by the rewards from the trading fees on Binance. Bitcoin, for example. And here you can also see that there are limits. This is because there are not unlimited funds for these staking rewards, because there are not unlimited funds on Binance. There is only a limited amount of trading fees, and I guess they only have a limited amount going to this incentive program. Checking out the flexible lock, you can see that it's only 0.64%, so it's pretty obvious to see that this is coming from legit sources. 60 days is actually, it's kind of cool. I thought it was 2%, but it's 0.2%. There's a little dot there in front of it. And checking out 60 days, you can see that it's 2%, a bit more, but still not a lot. And it's also sold out, so there are no more rewards that you can get for now. You will have to wait for the next cycle. You can click to expand and see some more rewards. And it's basically all of these here are pretty straightforward. They are super safe, very low risk. The only thing that can really happen is the reward of the token that you're staking can go up and down. So it's basically an investment in the token and in the APR. But the APR is coming from a legit source, so this is also very low risk. And then the last one here is of course Ethereum 2.0, and this is basically how you can stake Ethereum to get rewards on Ethereum through Binance through the Ethereum 2.0 feature, that is the ETH proof of stake mechanism. You basically help secure the Ethereum network by providing and staking Ethereum and getting Ethereum rewards. This is really simple, really straightforward, but of course the outcome will also be based on the value of Ethereum in the future. And you should really read up on this here, because this is based on future updates on Ethereum. For example, you can redeem your ETH once the first major upgrade, named Shanghai upgrade, enables staking withdrawals, which happens at least 6 to 12 months following the merge. So basically, this is getting early into the staking feature of Ethereum. There will of course be some risks involved, delays of updates and so on, but Ethereum 2.0 is a really big thing in crypto, turning a proof of work network into a proof of stake network. So if you are interested, I think you should go and read up on proof of stake Ethereum. But basically, when Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake, it requires stakers to secure the network, but stakers require like 32 Ethereum in order to do so, and most people cannot afford that. So they basically have staking pools, like on Binance here, to allow anyone to stake, but through Binance. It's a really good feature. It enables anyone to be part of the Ethereum network. But as you see, the risks involved is that you cannot withdraw your funds for now. Now that's pretty much it. That is all of the earn features in Binance. As you can see, it's not that complicated, and they're making it a bit more confusing by having all of these options, while like 3 or 4 of these are just basically the same thing. I really enjoy the basic Binance Earn feature here that you can click in and then you can just stake it straight away with some basic options here. And you can subscribe to it, you can lock it up for a duration or with a flexible one. Hopefully you learned a lot in this video, and I want to thank you for watching. I will make more tutorials like this if they are appreciated, if they are watched. They're pretty basic, they are for beginners in crypto, but I feel like there are a lot of beginners in crypto and I want them to have a safe place where they can watch tutorials and get everything explained to them. Thank you so much for watching. There will of course be links to Binance down below with a referral link where I get a small reward or a small percentage of the trading fees if you trade on Binance. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time.